On paper, Laver Cup is one of the most exciting and fun tournament concepts that there is in tennis. Best players from Europe duke it out against the best players from the rest of the world. It is always fun seeing them compete in a team environment that is not as serious as it is during Davis Cup or ATP Cup, but the idea that is good in theory has been proven to be pretty boring in practice. 2017 edition was won by Team Europe. In 2018 the same thing happened. 2019 was the closest one yet, but still Team Europe won, and the 2021 edition was just embarrassing for the team world. So evidently, something needs to change for this tournament to become more closely contested, and even though it seems like organizers don't want to change anything, I will still try to save the Laver Cup whether anyone likes it or not. So I present to you the new and improved Laver Cup. To show my ideal Laver Cup, I will use this year's player pool. So representatives of Europe are Novak Djokovic, Rafael Nadal, Stefanos Tsitsipas, Casper Ruud, Roger Federer and Andy Murray. And as far as the team world goes, first of all I want to say that thankfully the organizers didn't commit a crime against humanity and actually invited Frances Tiafoe to play for the team world, because he seems to be exactly what this cup needs. So full team world is Felix Auger-Aliassime, Taylor Fritz, before mentioned Frances Tiafoe, Diego Schwartzman, Alex de Minaur and Jack Sock. And now compare these teams, and don't even try to convince me that this cup will be at least slightly competitive, and if you try to do that, I will smack you. Clearly it's brewing to be another whitewash for Team Europe. So to combat that, I present to you an idea of a draft. The same players compete in this tournament, but now they go into a combined player draft pool, and the usual captains Bjorn Borg and John McEnroe will draft their respective teams. For example, if Borg has the number 1 pick, he will presumably choose Novak Djokovic, and therefore he will be part of Team Borg. Then as the second pick, McEnroe will probably choose Rafael Nadal, so on and so on. In the end, captains pick their own teams, and that will automatically make them much more even. As you can see, these could be the projected teams, and tell me that it doesn't look more enticing. Drafting the teams proposes attractive matchups to the table. Having Novak and Rafa on different teams already brings more interest to the tournament. Casper Ruud and Frances Tiafoe could play a fun one in a could have been US Open final. Or imagine an Andy Murray and Roger Federer match in 2022. Obviously the level wouldn't be of the good old times, but it's undoubtedly better than watching Jack Sock play against Andy Murray or something. I do not see any negatives of changing the way teams are put together. There is no point of having Team Europe and Team World, because every time they play the outcome is obvious, so there is no competitive interest here. And this change doesn't have to be the only one. You could introduce something like a, I don't know, wildcard match, where Laver Cup could put out a poll or something on all the socials, and the fans could choose doubles partners for the respective teams. Maybe this year it wouldn't be so interesting, but picture if Kyrgios plays Laver Cup next year and Casper Ruud does as well. Then somehow they end up on the same team, and thanks to the fan voted poll, they would have to play doubles together. Maybe they could kiss and make up, who knows? But undoubtedly it would be so fun to watch them play together. Laver Cup has to experiment with different stipulations, because at the end of the day, the goal of this tournament is to provide entertainment, and players, I would assume, would be welcoming of the innovations that would make the Laver Cup more exciting. Draft would be great from the business aspect as well, as it would bring a whole additional day of activities. Film the draft with John McEnroe and Bjorn Borg. I'm 100% sure they could find a way to make it fun. Sell the rights to the live stream of the draft to Tennis Channel or any other channel there is, and make more money. The organizers need to innovate, because there is interest from people about the cup even when it's boring. So imagine what would happen if the tournament actually became exciting. As they say, if it makes money, it makes sense. So I would appreciate if y'all shared this video with fellow tennis fanatics, and maybe it could reach social media people of the Laver Cup, who knows. If you think this idea would be interesting, then like the video, comment down below on how you would improve Laver Cup, subscribe to the channel for more tennis content, but most importantly, remember to take it easy, my friend.